What's up? What's up? What's up? What it do? Give me 1 second. What's up? What's up? What it do? See if I can explain this to y'all in simple terms. Yo, what's up, man? I want to address something real quick, and this ain't no sneak diss, and this ain't a challenge or a disagreement with nobody else specifically. Everybody keep on sending me this stuff today. Brick Squad. Keep sending me this stuff today about third-party cooperation and the Northern District of Georgia. Let me explain something to y'all. I'm gonna educate y'all to a couple things, right? Might educate y'all to a couple things, right? This is we gonna dig into a few of these things, okay? Make sure I got my clip loaded. Departures and variances prepared by the Office of General Counsel. All right, and then I got this, and then it's a good way to go through it with a lighter. Let me get a lighter. Walaikum salam. What's happening? What's up? What game is this? Huh? Walaikum salam. It's all right. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Now, it's some misinformation going around, and I see that some of the people who be championing this thing for Meech is going to run away with it, which is cool, but this is incorrect. 1 second, y'all. Let's put the light in here. But it's incorrect. Now, before I get to talking in all type of riddles, I want y'all to know where I'm coming from now. I believe, and I could be wrong about it, I believe that the people who is perpetuating they punishing that dude. All right, that's cool. But the people who put it out there is kind of mistaken, so I want to take you to the source of it, all right? That way we can just start off where the matter belongs. And I don't think nobody can show me nothing different because I checked the local rules of the federal court in Georgia as well, right? But I'm gonna just read this to you. Like, this is not news. This is not real certified news pertaining to this Keith Cromer, Tammy Cowan's matter, right? Hold on one second. I want to go exactly right there to it. One second, one second, one second. I know I got it. All right. Now, all right, I got everything I need. Now, what's up, what's up, what's up? Meach case was in Michigan. What y'all talking about? Yeah, Meach case was in Michigan. That's one point. Somebody must be reading my mind. You coming here on trolling and goofy time. You going on PC. I seen Sean G posted there's no third party snitching in the state of Georgia. All right, that's incorrect. Now, I don't know where he got his information from, and I'm not challenging Sean G. Shout out to Sean G. But a couple of my buddies came at me with this information that's in this docket 427 file 2817 out of Cuffy's case, where they quote Cromer. And Cromer is having a conversation with Tammy, if I'm not mistaken. And Tammy is so hooked up with all the type of rats and government informant situations that what Tammy is doing at the time, for some reason, they talking about doing some third-party cooperation out of the Southern District of Florida, right? And boom, 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 boom. And the story was so convoluted. I told them, all right, now pin this here. Cromer, let me make sure I'm giving y'all the right information though. I'm gonna just start from the top. Y'all pay attention to it, okay? This is the DEA telling Tammy that now we not gonna do a deal, but the United States Attorney's Office in Georgia follows the rules of the federal rule of criminal procedures, and 35B is in there, bruh. Georgia's one of the biggest, no disrespect to Georgia, Georgia's one of the biggest users of third-party cooperation, bruh. And third-party cooperation can only go down through 5K1 and Rule 35, and they got a bunch of 5K1s and Rule 35s out of Georgia. But just listen to this. This is not a declaration that they don't use this in Georgia. This is a declaration that this DEA agent didn't want to try to use it. A DA agent is not the person that makes the call of whether they use third-party cooperation or not. The U.S. attorneys is. So I'm going to start from this part right here. That was, I think it is, and yes, they provided that information to all of us. And that is why there is nothing wrong here, because I tell you, they are on federal probation in the Southern District of Florida. Somebody, and they tried to get them on board because they had an import-export business down there. And that family tried to somehow, CS1 knows them and tried to get them on board. Let's paint the picture, y'all. CS1, Tammy, she's so wicked. She knows other rats and other people who want to cooperate and other people who want to trade information for freedom. She's so wicked and so tied in with them to try so many plays. She brought this situation right here to the DEA again, saying, hey, I got a family out of Florida that want to do this and want to do that, and they want to cooperate. She's trying to get somebody else a third-party cooperation deal because she knows about them. She knows that people will accept them, which is why it's not far-fetched that she would try a third-party cooperation deal with Demetrius. But in this instance, Tammy is trying it with someone out of Florida. Now, it goes on to say, it says Tammy was trying to get them on board. And the story was so convoluted. For those who don't know what convoluted means, the story is messed up. It's not going to produce nothing good. And the story was so convoluted, I told them, don't worry about it. We're not doing third-party cooperation in the Northern District of Georgia. That is an answer specific to some bullshit Tammy bought specifically from some rats that was trying to get on board and do a third-party cooperation out of the Southern District of Florida because they were known to do that down there, period. That's not a declaration that they don't do third-party cooperations out of the Georgia district. Georgia follows the rules of every other district under the use of federal rules and criminal procedures, Rule 35 and 5K1. They have multiple cases, and I hope I don't have to take y'all through it. They got multiple cases of Rule 35 and 5K1, but I'm going to get y'all some. And I'm going to read the rest of this so you just understand. I'm starting back at the top. And that story was so convoluted. I don't want to really show y'all my man's name, but it's right there. I already told you, document 427. This ain't no secret. The story was so convoluted, I told them, don't worry about it. And we're not doing third-party cooperation in the Northern District of Georgia. We don't do third-party cooperations because they had someone who was in jail. This is a lie. This is something he telling her to get her out of his business. This is not nothing that's evident that they don't do third-party cooperations in Georgia. Please don't come at me, keep sending me these messages. That is a crock of BS, bro. They do third-party cooperations in Georgia. They do 5K1 and Rule 35. Now, I already made that point. Now, let me go back to this right here. I'm going to read some of this right here to you. Okay? Now, in the context of federal criminal proceedings, the third-party cooperation refers to situations where an individual other than the defendant provides substantial assistance to law enforcement, potentially leading to a reduced sentence for the defendant. This practice is recognized under federal rules, okay? Not in Georgia, Texas, Michigan, the United States, bruh. This practice is recognized under federal rules, specifically through motions filed pursuant to 5K1.1 under the U.S. sentencing guidelines. You can look this up yourself. I ain't gonna do that for y'all. Go look that up, what I just told you. Under the U.S. sentencing guidelines, right? Or under Rule 35B, under the federal rules of criminal procedure, which I just was telling y'all, right? And while specific policies regarding third-party cooperation can vary jurisdiction to jurisdiction based on the U.S. attorney in there, just like this DEA agent told them, oh, nah, they ain't gonna do that. They not gonna work with these dudes out of Southern Florida to tell in Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? Just like people are saying that, okay, now, we don't need to hear nothing about what you're saying pertaining to Atlanta because Demetrius' cases was out of Michigan. Yeah. Demetrius' case was out of Michigan because of where certain things started at. But Jack Harvey did come out of Atlanta. And if a U.S. attorney in one district contact a U.S. attorney in another district and they decide to do favors or to get anything like that across, then that's how it goes down. But let me just read the rest of it to you. While specific policies regarding third-party cooperation can vary from district to district, there is limited public availability information detailing the stance of the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Northern District of Georgia on the matter. That is because they protect a bunch of those rats, but they have 5K1 and Rule 35 there. So that is not a definite answer that they don't do that, bro. And I ask anybody to think that this not true to show me where they had something in black and white in the rules of criminal procedure out of Georgia where it say that they don't do it. Now, however, insight from other districts may also offer some general understanding. For instance, the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Middle District of Florida do it all the time, has addressed third-party cooperations and legal proceedings. I'm gonna do a whole video on this. In 2019, an indictment came down and it was noted that third-party cooperation involved someone other than the defendant, often a spouse, a family member, or a close associate providing substantial assistance to the government on behalf of the defendant. That's how it works. The policy emphasized that for such cooperation to be considered legitimate, there must be a genuine relationship between the defendant and the third-party cooperator, and the cooperator must not receive any personal benefit from their assistance. Now, that's in that particular situation. The ultimate goal is to ensure that any motion for sentence reduction is based on authentic and untainted assistance. Now, I will say this, if for those that didn't catch it, hopefully you caught it. According to this understanding and this explanation of third-party cooperation, they say that the person that's cooperating can't get any, let me use the word they use, they can't get any personal benefit. Tammy made hundreds of thousands of dollars cooperating. Maybe that's another reason why it couldn't work. She wasn't just cooperating to pass on the benefit. She was operating for a monetary benefit. Now, I can read the other one to you, right? Hold on. It's important to recognize that each U.S. Attorney's Office may have its own policies and guidelines regarding third-party cooperation. Therefore, the precise information about practices in the Northern District of Georgia, it would be advisable to consult directly with the legal professional familiar with that jurisdiction or review any publicly available guidelines issued by the U.S. Attorney's Office for that district. I did that. So I believe that this information is circulating. I'm not talking about Sean G. If I was talking about Sean G, me and Sean G could talk about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Rule 35 and 5K1 do exist in Georgia, and they do third-party cooperation in Georgia. They do it heavy. Now, I implore anybody, I challenge anybody to prove me wrong on that one. Nah, I ain't talking to you. I just saying you talking about calm down. I wasn't knowing that. It ain't even Sean G. Somebody else hit me with it because they read. I sent them that paperwork, and they read that paperwork and took that one line out of that paperwork like that line was something that came from the Constitution. That's just the DEA agent telling her that he is not going to play ball with the people that's trying to rat third party out of Florida. But it's a bigger point in it from me to you. My point in it from me to you is that it shows you that some people do come, and there's a bunch of them that come out of Florida, I don't know why. Some people do come to federal authorities and even to the U.S. Attorney Office and saying, hey, we got some information and we trying to trade this information for our loved one. So let's not act like this is unheard of. And let's not act like because they told Tammy, listen, remember this. Tammy is a wicked individual. Slimy, greasy, bottom of the sewer, master splinter. Even the DEA know that she's slimy. So after they heard it, according to what they say, it was convoluted, they was done with it. Yeah, I'm about to do a video on that, but I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna come back with the cases. Y'all know me. I'm gonna bring y'all cases. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it today, but I'm gonna bring y'all cases out of Georgia for third-party cooperation. Don't play games with me. I was locked up with them boys. I learned the third party. I learned what third-party cooperation was being around Georgia boys.